Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to another Katie's Corner. It's been a minute since I've been on. Um, Life has a funny way of throwing things around at me, but I am back and I'm hoping to do more videos now that I am around a bit more, but we will see. So, there's been a lot of stuff going on in the news, especially regarding Christy Nome and all of that crap that's just it this is just insane. Like, guys, I cannot keep up with this news anymore. I just can't, because there's so much, and people keep just missing stuff or glossing over stuff like it's nothing, and that's not true. And so I figured that as a mom to a toddler who's recently been through a lot of this stuff, I wanted to address some things that are going on. First of all, one of the newest crazy things about freaking RFK, which I cannot stand him. I cannot stand him. I cannot stand his advice. His advice. You're not a doctor, bro. Stop making decisions about vaccines and what does and doesn't work. Like, it's not okay. So I'm just going to show a little bit of a video from whenever this was a few days ago.
Another experience that I've had with all these kids in airports is the availability of nursing spaces, nursing pods, nursing rooms. All of the ingenuity of corporate America, all the resources, all the resourcefulness has not produced an infant formula that is superior in nutrition and all the qualities that we want to the infant formula that God made, which is the infant formula in a mother's breast.
That's absolutely not true. And after this so-called short finishes, we're going to talk about it a little bit.
We at HHS are encouraging mothers to breastfeed as long as possible, because there is no better food for your brain, for your gut microbiome, for your physical growth, for your emotional growth, than what's in God-given breast milk. And this airport has some very, very good thing that...
Okay. Now, I want to start off by saying this. This is by no means anything against mothers who do breastfeed. I think it's great. Hey, Dally Oops. Nice to see ya. Oh my god, yeah. He destroys my ears and souls too. Like, I can't. I listen to him and it sounds like a lawnmower motor going through a chainsaw. But as a mom myself, I chose right away, even before I had my daughter, I chose not to breastfeed. And there was also a lot of components that went into that, even after I was born, that just kind of doubled down on that decision. And for me, so before I was even pregnant with her, I had to go off of certain medications that I take for my mental health because they were dangerous to my daughter in utero, and I had to be properly weaned off of them, not just completely cut them cold turkey. But when I was pregnant, thankfully, the hormones that I was swirling around because she was in there, they kind of made up for it. So it was a little bit easier. But then as soon as I had my daughter, it was like a switch, and all that, the hormones and stuff went out, and then everything that I dealt with and was dealing with when she was born kind of came back, and I needed my medication. And if I would have breastfed while doing that, it would have still been dangerous to her. But also, my daughter, when she was born, was in the NICU for 46 days because she had to have surgeries and all this other stuff, and it would have been, that was already just detrimental to my own mental health. And then trying to have to breastfeed on top of that would have just been a nightmare because we were in and out of the NICU every day, and I was just trying to still take care of myself from recovering from a C-section. But there's so many reasons that women do not breastfeed. And, from what had spoken about with the mother's health and, medications don't mix with breast milk. And it's not just mental health medications, there's other medications too, like different diabetes medications or um allergies. Some allergy meds can bother you too. It's so much goes into breast milk that then goes into your child. And that can also include like if your child has allergies. I know when I was born, my mom used to tell me all the time like I was allergic to over like 100 different things. And I had to have like a special soy formula that could work with my allergens so I could still get my nutrients. And that hey Jazzy, what's up? And that also includes with something that can be deadly is with like HIV and also with like all this crazy stuff with RFK with the Hep B, and people don't realize like what you how you can get Hep B, and it's just yeah, it's just insane. And for the mom too, like you cannot produce enough milk yourself, and that causes a lot of issues. I've known people who have had like clogged ducts, ugh, and like dry, cracked nipples, and just your own mental health. Like it can be so many different factors. And another big one that helped when we finally were able to bring my daughter home was it gives you flexibility with your partner. So, like, you're not always the one having to get up and do all the feedings. And that is a huge thing because my husband and I would take, like, I think it was like every 5 hours shifts at night. So we weren't totally sleep deprived. But I will confess there were a few nights that I did fall asleep for like a second while holding her in her chair just because it's exhausting, and you need to have like a a partner who is okay with sharing duties because the woman is not just the parent. Like you have two parents if you're lucky. And I know for me, sharing that duty was a huge help. It was just a huge help when we brought her home. And thankfully, she started sleeping through the night at like 4 months. But I know some parents that aren't that lucky. And then there's also, I know some women have a hard time like weaning their child off of breastfeeding, and that's a whole other thing. But like I said, this is no shame for anybody who does breastfeed. If you can and you are able to, that's fantastic. But something that women have to remember is like, even though when you're pregnant, it's like, oh, it's not just about me anymore. But then when your baby's here, it's still not just about you. Even though they're not physically inside you anymore, you have to take care of yourself too. And there are so many good formulas out there for so many different reasons of just like if they have colic or if they're spit up and like traveling and stuff, it's so much easier. And I know for some people, breast pumps can be a pain. It's a whole thing. But I don't know about you guys, but I'm just so tired of this gargly brainworm man trying to tell me how to be healthy and how to live my life when he has never gone through childbirth or put his body through anything that women have to put their bodies through. And I don't know why or how anybody listens to him. My big thing that just makes me laugh. I've had people in my life say, well, now that he's in there, excuse me, now that RFK Jr.'s in there, he's going to take all the dyes out of the food. Okay, great. I myself am allergic to red food dye. So I have to watch my diet like all the time just because it's in everything and it's not just food, it's like shampoos and all this other fun stuff. But if he's going to ruin the CDC and vaccine schedules and anything that can help keep our kids healthy, I'll take dye in my food any day over that, or at least the dyes I can eat. But it's just, it's so ridiculous. And I'm getting really tired of it. I know for me too, I was worried about they were getting rid of the Hep B vaccine, but thankfully, where I live in Pennsylvania, they're basically saying, no, we're going to listen to actual experts and not crazy man in with the brain worm. So, another thing as a mom that is not getting enough attention is the stuff about Miss Rachel. And if you don't have a child under the age of like 6 or 5 or 6, you don't know who Miss Rachel is. Miss Rachel is like the Mr. Rogers of our time. She has saved our butts on multiple occasions with her videos and specials and songs. And not only is she like incredible, we also love her because she's a certified music teacher, and she's also a certified, like, she got, I believe it was like a master's or something in special education and speech pathology, because her oldest child was needed early intervention services because he was delayed in speech, and she had realized, hey, nobody makes these videos to help these kids. And once she started making them, they just took off. And I know since my daughter's been watching them, she has soared with just speech and counting and all of these things. Ooh, I did not drink enough water today, guys. But that's not why she's under attack and scrutiny. So, Miss Rachel is an educator. So, she loves kids and she wants kids to be safe. All children. So, she has been very outspoken about what's going on in Gaza. Like, really, really outspoken. She's been working with different fundraisers and human rights groups, and there's a video of her with a double amputee from Gaza, and it is the sweetest thing. So this is Miss Rachel, and then I'll tell you a little bit more. I don't remember how long this video is, but
let's go back to sleep, Rahaf. We're so tired. See the bunny sleeping till it's nearly noon. Shall we wake them with a merry tune? They're so still, are they ill? Wake up soon. Let's pretend to sleep. Wake up, little bunnies! Skip, little bunny, skip, skip, skip. Skip, little bunny, skip, skip, skip. Skip, little bunny, skip, skip, skip. Skip, skip, then stop. Let's hop again. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, 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 and stop. Yay! That was so much fun.
So that is Rahaf. She's again double amputee from Gaza. Her mom and her are over here. They got out of Gaza, but her young brothers and dad are still over there. And they got to video chat with them from Gaza. And they were just the brothers are about as old as her oldest son. And like, I can't even imagine as a parent being separated like that from my kids. And the mom of this little girl is also a teacher, and just like Miss Rachel is so full of empathy and love and caring, and again, she wants just all these children to be safe, which is what any parent wants. any parent. Now, of course, all these people on the internet are screaming about how she is, and she was nominated for Anti-Semite of the Year because she is trying to help Palestinian children. And she has come out multiple times stating, no, I want all children to be safe. So, amidst the increasing rise of explicitly anti Semitic white nationalist ideologies, a fringe white right wing group is attacking beloved early childhood educators and advocates for Palestinian human rights under the guise of fighting anti Semitism. Miss Rachel and Cynthia Nixon are both staunch allies of Jewish New Yorkers who use their platforms to lift Palestinian stories and call attention to the starvation, maiming, and death of Palestinian children. To attack these humanitarians as anti Semites, these right wing groups claim that free speech and opposition to genocide threatens the Jews. But this actually paints Jews as universally in support of militarism and genocide, and can only make Jews less safe. Taking anti-Semitism seriously doesn't look like attacking Miss Rachel and Cynthia Nixon. It does look like tracking and fighting back against fascists in our city. Like, she is one of those celebrities who has literally been speaking out saying, I will risk my career so that children don't die. Because and she's come out, people have tried to say to her, oh, well, what about the Israeli children? And she's like, I don't want any kids to die. I don't want anybody to die, period. And I hate these what ifs that people try to throw. And this, another post that she's put up, she's very active about this on like her Instagram. Her videos and stuff are all just based for kids and stuff. But this, she brings up a lot of stuff on Instagram. So this was from about 2 weeks ago. Recently, the phrase "a wall of dead children" was used casually to describe 20,000 precious children killed in Gaza. The children were brought up not to talk about how 20,000 children shouldn't have been killed, but about how images of them get in the way. Imagine that phrase being used to describe any other situation where children were killed. It wouldn't be. I promise you that every child was somebody's baby, someone's universe. They were not one wall, they were 20,000 worlds. And I'm not trying to depress you guys. I'm really not. But my daughter has like, I can't even imagine, like, as a parent. So my daughter's 3. She's about 3.5. Sometimes I'll look at my husband, and my husband and I have been together over 12 years. And sometimes I'll look at him and just be like, do you even remember what our lives were like before Emma came into the picture? Like, and it's not like our times together were forgetful. But when you become a parent, that little human being is your whole world. I mean, I've gotten much better at separating just kind of like still my professional life versus being a mom and being a parent. But like, they're your whole world. And I can't, all of those poor families that have lost all those children, and people are trying to say, no, 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 don't talk about it. What? It's like these people are all such hypocrites, and they claim to love the great book, and they claim that they are the righteous best Christians and all of this stuff. Is this how you would act in 1930s Germany if you weren't Jewish? Like, I don't get it. And just one last one from Miss Rachel I want to share with you all from her post. Just so you know, you're welcome in Miss Rachel's classroom, and I love you. People who are trans, gay, non binary, people who are Somali, people who are any religion, Muslim, Jewish, Christian, or not religious, people who use food stamps, Democrats, Republicans, people who are undocumented, people who hate me. And then Turkirja's caption is, I love you. Why? Why can't people be more like that? I'm so tired of us as Americans just being told, like, well, Christianity is the religion of the United States. No, it's not. Or the women should stay at home and just take care of the children. No, we shouldn't. And it's just all of these things. The thing that makes this country great is having multiple religions, multiculturalism. Like these people that are getting kicked out of the country just for no reason. These people in the whatever DHS just see them as numbers. But they're not just numbers. These are human beings. These are people. These are people's worlds. But yet a lot of these people who support this, I never understand, are also the same people who say, "Oh, I'm so pro-life. We can't kill the babies." But the babies are dying because we don't have proper health care for them. We don't have proper health care. We don't have proper maternal care or take even pregnancy seriously at this point. Like, guys, like, what are we doing? You are not pro-life. You are pro-birth. And you trying to tell other people how they're supposed to live and what they're supposed to do. That's not your place. Have empathy. Have care. Have compassion. If you are, I doubt there's anybody from MAGA watching this, but if you have somebody in your life who is MAGA and who views things this certain way of it should be just white Christian women stay at home, don't vote, sit down with them and say, well, why do you really think that? And especially with these people who are saying one thing and then doing another. Like look at Erica Kirk, for example. Now, I in no way advocate for what happened to her husband. Nobody should be shot dead. And I've said it multiple times on this stream. I've never owned a gun. I've never shot a gun. I've never touched a gun. Probably never will. Unless something like shit really hits the fan. But when it comes to Charlie Kirk and his death, though I'm not religious anymore, I think of the phrase, he who lives by the sword dies by the sword. And that's what happened with Charlie Kirk. And I've also said this before, if I were in Erica Kirk's shoes And I watched my husband get shot dead in front of me. You wouldn't see me out for like 6 months. I would be just wearing like black and in mourning all the time and never want to leave. I would never want to leave my house. I would take care of my daughter, but that's about it. And the fact that this woman, like a week after he's gone, has just been doing like these crazy press tours and shit for the last whatever 3 months. Like, that's insane. And people are just running around my house right now. And I'm still surprised at the people that I see that try to advocate for them and like everything that they're doing. And it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Sorry, my little one's running around in front of me. So Laurie, I am so sorry about your partner. 27 years later, wow. How long were you guys together, if you don't mind me asking? I mean, I'm only 33, but my husband's been in my life since I was 21. But I just don't understand people like Erica Kirk. I really don't. And I don't really wish her ill, but there's ways to mourn. And it just feels so it all just feels so inauthentic. And like, I don't know. I'm really tired of it, and I'm really tired of just all the hypocrisy, and I'm tired of the cruelty. And yes, Dally-oops, yes, I absolutely agree. I'm always wondering where her kids are. She's not only mourning, she's leaving her kids alone to clout chase. I'm sure her kids are being watched by grandparents or nannies or what. And I've seen posts that people have shared where they talk about if Erica Kirk really wanted to honor her husband, she should stay at home and take care of the kids. I'm not advocating for if you want to do that with your life, that's perfectly fine. But women are more than just childbearers and cooks and cleaning. And I don't get it. So Lori, okay. I met him when I was 19. He was 28. We dated for almost a year. Long story. I moved on with my ex, but no love. So, I'm just curious, are you still with your ex now? Or no, well, you're not with your ex now, obviously, but those are my only perks if you treat me right. Like, for me, during the day, I stay home and take care of. Okay. Your ex is your roommate. Gotcha. Sorry, I think my daughter just figured out how to open doors.
It's not good.
No, it's not. This is not good. She just opened her bedroom door and shut it. She also didn't nap today. Oh, toddler times are fun, my friends. But anyway, during the day for me, I am a stay-at-home mom, and my husband goes to work because he's a teacher. And I, sorry, I'm like listening to what's going on and hearing all this. Yeah, so I stay home and I take care of my little one, except on the days when she has like, preschool and stuff. But, it's still with my husband, like we still try to even out the work. It's hard sometimes because like he'll be at work all day and then he comes home and he's tired. But I am also tired from being with her all day. And it's a lot. And by the end of the week, I'm usually completely spent. And yeah, today's one of those days too, because yesterday he was busy. And I don't know. Do you want to get her Elmo's? She did not nap today. I apologize for that. I apologize for the inconvenience. But yeah, so sorry guys, I'm all over the place today. This world is just crazy, and surround yourself with people who have the same views as you. Surround yourself with people who love you. And love does not just mean like romantic relationship love. It can also mean friendship and family and just all of that. Just the last thing before I go, let's look at our lovely Trump tracker. The last time we looked, which was Monday, May and I, we were at like 1980. Look at that. We have officially spiked over 2,000. So over 2,000 now illegal things that he has done. Or at least that's recorded. It has not even been a year, y'all. It has not even been a year. I was on as a lemon legend today, but I didn't really get a chance to talk because there were new people. I wanted people to get in, what they wanted to say. But how the hell are we losing like this country to people who are so fucking incompetent? All of these people who are in his cabinet are either just insane or completely unqualified or both. And like, I don't even want to say that like Stephen Miller is competent in his job because he's just insane. Like that guy is literally a Jewish Nazi. Like, I don't know how that happens. But he's just, I call him the hate child of Nosferatu and Voldemort. Because that's what he is. And I, like, Kristi Noem, when she left that hearing, they should have just had cops there with handcuffs just waiting. Because she just, like, she goes under oath and then just lies and lies and lies. And it's the same thing with Kash Patel. He did the same thing. The one that just gets me is I don't know how a doctor on the Senate approved of RFK Jr. And I think we talked about this a little bit on Monday, but Not only is he a doctor, but he's a liver doctor, the doctor who voted for him. And he's trying to cut, RFK is trying to cut Hep B vaccines, which is like something that liver doctors deal with all the time. All the Trump voters believed a billionaire. Yes, they do. They do not know better since they were brainwashed by Fox TV. Katie, you know they would get pardoned. I just hope that, like, there's a way that if and when we get out of this, that there's a way to just cancel all this shit. Like, cancel these pardons. We need to just, like, I shouldn't not rip up, like, the Constitution or the Declaration, but hold on. We just need to amend all of the shit. All of it. Amend, like, who can be president, amend who should be cabinet secretaries, who should qualifications for running for president. Like, this is insane. And we did it for about 250 years, but finally someone just went, fuck the system. I'm just going to do what I want. Because one of the legends talked about today, like, there's no laws if you have the power not to obey them. Like, if you are a millionaire, billionaire, straight and white and a man, you're fine. Everybody else can just apparently go fuck themselves. And it's like, when I'm from Pennsylvania, born and raised. And when I saw that basically Klan rally he had in my state, somewhere that was about 40 minutes from my hometown, like, I've been to that area a lot. It doesn't surprise me, because that's a lot of how the people in that part of the state, I don't live in that part of the state anymore, but that's how a lot of people in that part of the state and rural America feel. And we just need to educate. We need to get people to stop just believing anything that gets spewed out of mouths. We have to be able to differentiate between things that are fact and things that are like opinions, because you can have the opinion of, like, I'll use like a sports analogy. Like, I love the Eagles, but I hate the Steelers. That's an opinion. You know what's not an opinion? Vaccines work versus vaccines cause autism. That's not an opinion. And they do not cause autism. I'm sorry, not sorry. And I don't, like, we just have to find our humanity again. And for me, this video didn't turn out the way I kind of wanted it to, but hey, I'm just here hanging out. And I'm just like, I don't know about you all, but I am tired. Do y'all remember when, like, breaking news would happen like maybe once a month? And how much easier life was with that? Because holy shit, like, I'm just exhausted at this point. And I'm tired of all the crap. I'm tired of going to bed and being like, what am I going to wake up to tomorrow? Or when I wake up in the morning thinking, oh, what did I miss? And, you know, I can't not, like, people say, well, oh, just I can take breaks. But I also can't like not be informed. I just have this need. I need to know like what's going on. Whether I like it or not. I'm just saying, whether I like it or not. Because there's so much of the stuff today that's going on that I don't like and I'm frustrated with, but we have to know what's true, and we have to know what's true. We have to know what's fake. And yeah. My toddler distracted me all. I'm tired. But I'm going to try now to do these weekly. So I'll make sure to put a thing ahead of time so people can join in. But for those of you who did watch tonight, I appreciate it very much. I will be watching and being informed Monday through Friday, but I need my weekends to refresh, so I watch my Detroit Lions. I feel that. On weekends, Lori, I watch my soccer team in England, so I feel that. And sometimes they're on during the week, which kind of takes me out of my... Or I play like gigs and stuff being a musician, but always a great time. Thank you for what you... Oh, you're welcome, Dalloops. I appreciate the love. Definitely needing the extra love right now. So take care of yourselves, guys. Have a good weekend. Spend some time with people you love. And just breathe. You're not alone in this. All right. Till next time.
All I said was there's evil afoot.
Evil!